The power of courage. Have you ever stood at the edge of a decision, your heart racing, your palms sweating, and the little voice inside whispering, "What if I fail?" That moment, my friend, is where courage begins. Not when you feel confident, not when you're certain of success, but when you're trembling, unsure, and afraid, and you take the step anyway. Courage is deeply human. It's not about being fearless. It's about being real enough to admit, yes, I'm scared, but this matters too much to let fear stop me. Think about the first time you spoke up for yourself or stood up for someone you love. Your voice might have cracked, your knees might have shaken, but you did it. That's courage. And that single moment may have changed your life in ways you didn't even realize. We often think courage only belongs to heroes in history books, soldiers, leaders, explorers. But courage shows up in everyday places. It's in the mother who works 2 jobs so her children can dream bigger. It's in the student who raises a hand in class after doubting their own worth for years. It's in the man who decides to heal instead of hide his pain. Ordinary people living extraordinary truths because they chose courage over comfort. Here's the thing, fear will never go away. It's wired into us. The goal isn't to erase fear. It's to carry it with us while moving forward. Imagine someone learning to swim. The water feels cold, unfamiliar, and terrifying. But the only way to overcome that fear is to jump in. Stroke by stroke, breath by breath, courage grows. Soon the water that once felt dangerous becomes a source of freedom. That's life. The things that scare us the most often hold the key to our greatest growth. Let me share something powerful. Every person you admire, every success story you look up to, has fear in their past. Their courage wasn't about ignoring fear. It was about refusing to be ruled by it. And here's the good news. Courage is contagious. When you see someone else stand tall, it gives you permission to rise too. Think about it. Have you ever been inspired by a friend who chased their dream, or by someone who spoke up when everyone else stayed silent? That's courage spreading like wildfire. So ask yourself today, what dream, what truth, what step is waiting for your courage? Maybe it's applying for that job you feel underqualified for. Maybe it's telling someone how much they mean to you. Maybe it's simply choosing to get back up after life knocked you down. Whatever it is, your courage could be the turning point. Because here's the secret. Life doesn't reward hesitation, it rewards bravery. And every courageous choice you make carves a new path, not just for you, but for everyone watching. Let me tell you a secret. The scariest place in the world isn't on a battlefield or in the dark or even at the top of a mountain. It's inside your own mind. The doubts, the what ifs, the endless loop of worst case scenarios, this is where most dreams die. But courage is the antidote. It's that small but steady voice that cuts through the noise and says, try anyway. When we look at courage, it's easy to mistake it for grand gestures. But real courage often looks quiet, even ordinary. It's in the person battling illness, who wakes up each day and chooses hope over despair. It's in the teenager who resists peer pressure to stay true to their values. It's in the artist who dares to share their work with the world, knowing not everyone will understand. These moments may not make headlines, but they are the threads that weave a life of meaning. The beautiful thing about courage is that it grows with use. Think of it like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. The first time you speak up in a room full of people, your voice may shake. The second time, you feel a little steadier. By the 10th time, you no longer hesitate. What once felt impossible becomes your new normal, simply because you kept choosing courage. And courage doesn't just transform you, it transforms your future. Fear builds walls, but courage opens doors. Opportunities rarely come knocking in comfort zones. They live on the other side of risk, waiting for the brave to claim them. Maybe you've been holding back from starting something new because you fear failure. But here's the truth. Failure isn't the opposite of courage. It's proof of it. Every setback is evidence that you tried, that you dared, that you were bold enough to step into the arena while others stayed on the sidelines. Think about your own life for a moment. Where would you be today if you had shown just a little more courage in the past? Maybe you'd already have written that book, started that business, healed that relationship, or taken that trip you've been dreaming of. Now flip that thought. Where will you be a year from now if you choose courage today? That's the power of it. One decision can reshape everything. And here's something even more powerful. When you choose courage, you give others permission to do the same. Your children, your friends, your community, they see your bravery, and suddenly their fears don't seem so big anymore. Courage creates ripples that extend far beyond your own life. So here's my challenge to you. Take one step today that scares you, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Speak up. Start small. Move forward. Because courage isn't a gift given to the chosen few. It's a choice available to us all. And when you live with courage, you don't just survive, you inspire, you grow, and you leave behind a story worth telling. Fear whispers limits, but courage shouts freedom. So choose courage and watch your life transform.